What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with the overall market and why I think that the market could be forming a base soon. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $2,000, you're guaranteed 30. So as far as the market's going, I just want to mention that the market's been on this big downtrend. We got this big rug pull with the tariffs. Donald Trump did mention this. He said that if companies move to the United States, there is no tariffs. So he said that, and then the market started to bounce just a little bit, but overall, it's still technically on this downtrend. There's no confirmation of a bounce yet. However, considering the fact that there's been a lot of fears about how the tariffs are going to be raising prices and how Canada is retaliating, I think much of that could be priced in very, very soon. And then at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, Donald Trump is giving a very important speech in front of Congress. So I wonder if the market's going to try to bounce approaching that or not, or if we get some kind of bounce afterwards, right? I'm still kind of suspecting that. Um, I do want to talk about the levels I think that we should watch for in just a second. There is important data coming out for tomorrow, but I think much of the data for today is out. So, with that being said, what do I think is going on? Well, here's the thing, right? When you zoom into SPY, we could go to like the 30 minutes time frame. Um, Overall, we're still technically on a downtrend, right? But I suspect that this could be like a double bottom. Whether this is a double bottom or not is to be determined. But when you go to like our daily charts, we have this 200 EMA around 569, 568 is where we also had previous big supports. So what I suspect is that the bottom, or at least a temporary bottom, may be between 572 to 568 in that range. I think that's where there might be a temporary base. And then we could be looking for a rebound move after that, a little bounce, maybe approaching Donald Trump's speech today, if not by tomorrow. That's what I'm starting to suspect. But do not trade solely based off my suspicions, because you need to watch for confirmation on the chart to see if we're getting some kind of bounce move. So that's what I am thinking right now. My opinion could change if we lose support, of course. My number one suspicion is between 572 and 568. We see the market attempt to base, and then there could be a bounce, but we'll see just to be safe. Right now, there's no confirmation yet. The market has based and it's going to bounce. There is a slight divergence that was forming, but like I said before, nothing's guaranteed yet, so we just have to wait and see. Make sure you watch SPY at 572.5 to 570 to see if we could hold in that range. And you guys know where my range is for where the market should base. That's what I told you. And then as far as our resistance goes, you want to see SPY try to reclaim at least 580. It would be a good sign if we do that. For now, we haven't done that, so we have to give this more time to base. For the QQQ, we look bearish as of right now, but we're watching to see, can we base between this 488 to 483 range. 483 is a big support right here. So that's what I'm going to be watching for to see if we base there. If we could hold 483 at the very least, there's a good chance we might attempt a rebound. I want to see us try to reclaim like closer to like 500. That would be a better sign for the QQQ for us to bounce. We're not really there yet. We're not as bearish as SPY right now, but I just want to say we're not really bouncing. We have to wait for confirmation. We're still waiting, at least as time goes, at least for now. On top of this, guys, I want to mention that as other things are developing, the Russell is also looking weak. We have this giant head and shoulders here that panned out quite nicely. Left shoulder, head, and then right shoulder. The bottom is all the way down towards like 197 to 200. So it is possible we visit that area. We could see the much lower 200s to 197, that range, before it tries to bounce. We're very close, though. It's not really that much more. So we'll see. I think we could dip a bit more. I want to see it try to reclaim at least like 208 to rebound. Otherwise, we remain a bit more bearish. For ES, we're on a downtrend. We're making lower highs and lower lows. We're watching 5750 as our main support, not to mention 5725. So I'm watching those areas. It would be very nice to reclaim 5800, which is where this trend line happened to be. Right over here, I would like to see that for us to rebound. There's no sign of that yet, so we're still technically weak, and there's going to be a risk of us dipping to the low 5700s to 5750 fails. So just keep that in mind for now. That's what I'm seeing at least thus far. Um, when it comes to others out there, we have, let me just double check, NQ. NQ is forming a bullish divergence, but there's no sign of it bouncing yet. We're looking to see if 20,000 holds. If not, this blue trend line right over here, the trend line could take us all the way down to about 19,900. We'll see if it could base at 20,000 or not. We're very close to that, but I could see a little bit more downside before it tries to bounce. Bitcoin may dip a little bit more. 80,000 could be coming, so it's still looking relatively weak. Nvidia, of all things, is actually showing some life because even though it dipped quite a bit, it already dumped so much yesterday. So now we're seeing buyers defending it. We're watching 110 to see if that holds, and then we have resistance around 115. We'll see if we hold those supports. For Tesla, we're relatively weak. We're looking for 260 to 260 is our main support zone. If that fails us, we could be dipping all the way down towards the 250 area to fill the gap. Watch 262 to 260 to see if Tesla could hold that, and then if it does, I want to see it reclaim this trend line to bounce. For now, it's weak, so give it some time. We'll see if we can base it where I just said. For Apple, we're technically on an uptrend, actually. We're actually making higher highs and higher lows. But we have to see if this yellow trend line acts as support. Can we hold this and try to rebound for 240 plus? Or do we lose 238 and dump more? We have to see if 240 can hold. For others out there, we have AMD. AMD is forming a nice trend. It's bearish, making lower highs and lower lows. We're watching to see if 95 is where it bases at. For a coin, we dumped quite a bit. We're watching that 197 area. We'll see if we hold that. If not, I'm sorry, not 197, 192 to 190 is the main support zone. I want to see it reclaim 200 to rebound at least to some small extent. We're still below that, so it's not looking too good. Amazon's a little bit weak. Watch 195 to 197.5 as the main support zones. We got to see it reclaim like 202 at the very least to try to rebound. Meta is bearish. We're going to be looking for 625, and then we also have support all the way down here around like the the 615 area. I would like to see it reclaim at least 640 to bounce. Otherwise, it remains more bearish. Microsoft is on a downtrend. We want to see if this could hold as well. I would like to see this reclaim around 390. Otherwise, this is still looking a bit more bearish and it could continue to downtrend. Google's also on a downtrend. I want to see if this could base at 168 to see if we bounce. If not, we could continue to fall. So it's not looking too good. It's still technically, kind of bearish looking, but there's a slight divergence that formed on it. But I want to see it reclaim like 173 to bounce. Otherwise, we are still technically just shuffling down here, not looking too good. So give it some time to develop. The VIX is very elevated and the market needs more time. So, like I said before, we're technically still bearish looking at SPY, the QQQ, and the others, but we're waiting to see if we could base. And I already gave you guys my range 572 to 568 for SPYs where we could end up basing at. If we lose 568, that's not going to be a good sign. But with that being said, guys, I want to thank you all so much for listening. Please have a good rest of your day, and I'll be back with another big update very, very soon. So, with that being said, have a good one, guys. I wish you all the best. Watch your levels, and we'll see where the market tries to base. Once again, be careful with how you play things. You don't want to be too emotional, and be very, very patient. Thank you for listening, and peace out.